Hi, and welcome back. This is Divine Mystical Guidance and Inspiration. We're going by Divine Mystical 111. And so thank you all for being here. This is a full moon synergy report by Gaia, by the Sacred Feminine herself. So for those of you that don't know me, some people call me Gaia. Some people call me the Sacred Feminine, the Divine Feminine. You know, of course, in the community, that's what we're called. And to my masculine, I am the Sacred Feminine and Gaia. Okay. To my collective, I'm Gaia. I'm Chief Blue Feather. And I channel Gaia, Sacred Feminine Planetary Conscious. I channel Holy Spirit. I channel Twin Flames. And I channel the Angelic Realm. I do synergy reports, twin flame healing, and enlightenment. So thank you for being here. Please go ahead and subscribe if that sounds wonderful to you. If you're liking the messages so far, thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the likes. Feel free to let me know where you are on your journey, especially at this time. There on the masculine's last reading report that I did. I just did actual reports instead of readings. Just kind of, I like reports because it's better updates, it's better energy. We're looking at energy when we're doing reports. And I like to stay focused on energies. I focus on the divine feminine, divine masculine aspects of the spiritual journey. I focus on the elements. Those are the four main elements. Of course, being a chief of my tribe, that is my job, is to harness all four elements of energies in order to master and be the leader of the tribe. So we have a group. In our group are several sets of very mature, advanced twin flame mission healers, star seeds, light workers. So we welcome all star seeds, light workers. So I do Gaia Ascension guidance. That's my main focus. Those are people that know we're on a twin flame journey. We know we're on an ascension journey. Specifically, we know that our missions are related to twin flames, planetary conscious, specifically, and other star seeds. Okay. And we know that our focus is healing, bringing the light and the higher vibrations. We're very aware of these things. We're empaths, of course, many of us. So I have an empath message coming through about the moose wisdom. So I decided for the full moon energy report, I would pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And this deck is also available. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I do massive giveaways. The first thing I'm giving away is this deck of cards. There will be other things, of course, so pardon me. Stay tuned for more of those things. So we have the Moose Wisdom. Let your head and your mind reach to the stars. Yet keep your feet grounded on the earth and listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you, and you know much. All right. So that was from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bursma. This is Synergy. Synergy is quantum energy. Quantum energy is multitudes of energy refined in human form. That is what synergy is. Multiple divine aspects and elements of energy refined into a synergistic form. That happens for advanced healers. That's how you know that you're reaching new heights, new levels in your healing, because you'll start to have different names for things. You start to have your light language. You may get titles. You may get jobs you didn't apply for. You start to understand the kingdom building, the chosenness of, and the soul aspects of being chosen and being a kingdom builder. And at that point, you're a sacred creator. I also have the Sacred Creator Oracle. Now, that is by Chris Ann. We love this. This is my newest deck. Around the same time, I also got the Sandra Ann Taylor Quantum Oracle deck. So you may have seen me on another channel, which I'm embarrassed to say that I started that channel either, I think it was at the beginning of last season or last summer. And I broke and shattered my phone. I couldn't get into that email. I literally lost my password. And I couldn't think of my password or find it written down, find the notebook that I had been writing in that summer at all. And I'm thinking because I was doing a lot of Gaia meditations outdoors, I lost it. So this is my synergy deck. This is just a small clarity deck that's goes with my larger Twin Flame Deed deck. That's something I'm making on my own. We'll talk about that. I'm going to do videos about that. But these are the cards that I use on a regular basis that help me with my twin flame journey and help me help my collective and others, all right? So this synergy deck is just going to give us a little clarity about why Spirit is showing us the wisdom card. Oh, wow. This flew across the room. So we have the 10 Commandments. Let's get, the Spirit said, let's get right into it. Let's go straight for the... Let's go right into it. Wow. So we have the 10 Commandments. That is our synergy message. So we're going to work with that. So this is wisdom about what God expects. And if you have wisdom about what God expects of you, then it's not that hard for you to then be able to step up to what the world expects from you or your collective, all right? So you have this sort of wisdom. You have this innate sort of wisdom, this moose wisdom. You know right from wrong. And maybe you need a refresher course every now and then. Who doesn't? We can all lose sight of light and dark in this world, okay? We really can, and that's why we're here for each other. But 10 Commandments is also just about getting to the core and getting to the most essential of living under God's law, living under a law, living under a moral order. So this is the kind of wisdom where a person has their own moral order about themselves. They're probably not violating the 10 Commandments, and no one has to really re-educate them or remind them about it, if you know. But everyone needs these 10 Commandments. They are essential to each human being. So this person is wise. They don't need to be told what to do. So this could be someone who's just naturally wise or gifted with wisdom or has life experience, possibly even age. You know, this moon could be a lot about that. So it's a supermoon. It's a full moon. Not only is it a Sagittarius moon, and Sagittarius is good at lessons of right and wrong. I tell you that much. I know this for sure. Got a lot of Sag in my life. The moose wisdom with this moon energy, and this being a supermoon, and this now giving us this message about morale. That could be the energy around this moon. It could be about morale. And so pay attention to what comes up to be healed and what comes up. See, a full moon, while the energy is intense, full moons offer us a high level of divine assistance from the universe that is specifically designed and catered to our manifestation and spiritual desires, okay? And so anything that we no longer desire and anything that no longer serves can be let go at a full moon cycle, can be healed. You can find a new level of closure or let things go completely, okay? You can end something forever at a full moon energy. Things can be very intense. So these are delicate times in our lives. These are intense times. These are spiritual times. Now, this particular moon being a super moon and a Sagittarius moon, there's a lot of that Sag energy around it. And on top of that, we have this very interesting divine alignment happening at the planetary level. So, big giant full moon, interesting divine alignment all at once, making us super moon energy. So what does that mean for us? Well, if we're quantum healers and light workers, we know what that means for us. For a lot of us, it means ascension symptoms. It means facing our twin flame. It means how well are we mirroring? How well are we answering to the mission and the soul contract? Where are we with our soul contracts? Full moon is the time to look at the soul contract. So when I'm working my Akashika and I'm working the synergy that I do here, the quantum level of energy, I know that full moons mean that my Akashic energy is open. My Akashic is more available to me. That means I can see not only my sacred union, others might see a little bit more into my sacred and divine twin flame soul union. My partner might see in a little more. Emotions might be pushed to the surface. It might be harder to hold a mask or a mood, okay? It might be intense ascension. It could be, I could be really tired. I might not feel like doing much. But yeah, I feel creatively inspired. I want to do relaxing things, but I don't want to sit still. There's a lot of energy to go, but not quite knowing what to do with it. So we kind of know these basic things. But pay attention. At a full moon, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you go shopping for alkaline food and water. Second thing you want to do is, do you have your oils, your sage, all of your enhancements? Do you have your notebook handy? Do you know which channels, cards, messages you're going to listen to? Have you been paying attention to God, the majestic God of the universe, through faith, through meditation, through nature? If you haven't been doing those things, you're not necessarily going to experience a supermoon in a positive way. And even if you are doing those things, doesn't mean you're going to experience a supermoon type of ascension in a positive way. So I like to explain ascension this way. When it's synergistic and it's quantum level, we understand certain things about it. So we know there's going to be purge and ascension. We know it's going to be intense. Another thing we also know is that it's a lunar ascension. So things have not only the ability to come back around and be in our face, people may act out, the mood becomes crazy, things are intense. It's lunar ascension. So things might affect you more at night. Things might come to you more at night. You might receive more information at night. You're doing more spiritual work and manifestation at night. Spirit might also be doing more work at night that Spirit wants you to know about or see or be in touch with. So you get more communication from the higher self at night than any other time. So there's more of a focus on the nighttime energy and the feminine, sacred feminine specifically during lunar ascension. So if it's lunar ascension, that means something special is going on with the moon. It's either in that month, in that week, or a certain day of that month that you want to pay attention to that's going to mean something specific and spectacular, possibly even prophetic. If you're into the kingdom building, you're into the prophetic. If you're into the prophetic, like I am, then you are also into the energies because they go hand in hand. So this is also a good time for prophetic worship, prophetic dreams, and enhancements in your life, healing in your life, with the focus being of the sacred feminine energy. So if you go, okay, well, I know that things need to change in my life, I need to do something drastic, you're looking at 40 days and nights of intentional change, one way or another. You're either going to do that yourself, or you're going to do that with someone else's guidance or advice, or spirit's guidance and advice, or all of the above. So it's a moon time. It's the best time for you to do that. Being wise about it would be saying, this is sacred feminine energy, so I'm going to honor my own sacred feminine. And the way to do that is through self-loving care, like a sacred feminine would. You know, you taking care of the self first is always the answer. If you're worried about another person or someone else is on your mind, shift your focus to yourself. Do some self-love. I've been doing the alkaline water, the sun gazing, the meditation, eating alkaline, living a raw, healthy, synergistic life, even in my speech, even in the way that I deal with people, drastically changed with my ascension and with my twin flame journey and growth. You know, it's all changed. Literally every aspect of my life. And I'm not a person who likes change. Full moons equal change. Okay, always they do. They have the energy of change, even if nothing is actually changing or seems to be changing. Full moons just have that energy of change, emotion, sacred feminine, female, nighttime, blooming, blossoming energy, that kind of energy. You go to bed one night, you're a young lady, you wake up overnight, you're blossoming into a young woman. You go to bed a single, or and more into the adult years, you go to bed a single woman, you wake up married, you go to bed married, you wake up single. You know, things like that happen until you become a little more stable. Twin flame journeys are about becoming more stable, being more mature, making better decisions, adult decisions for your life, okay? If you're on the twin flame journey, you're not getting out of that, and there's no turning back. So let me just draw some quantum oracle, and I am going to go ahead and draw 3 of these for our full moon energies. And it looks like right away we're starting out with a card that talks to us about being stuck. And look what we're stuck on. We're stuck on increase and lack on the path. I mean, my goodness. Somebody is really burnt out about life right now, you know? Maybe you can't afford to go anywhere. It's summertime. You're bummed out. You want to visit people. You want to go do things. There's projects you want to work on. Or maybe you're just dealing with being blocked on your path. It's like you literally can't afford to travel. Maybe you want to go see your twin flame or your family members or loved ones, but you just can't afford to travel. Or something is affecting the increase of energy. This is an increase in energy too. So if we're being wise and we're looking at morals and we see a blockage and we see lack, and then right smack in the middle is number 3, increase. This is a cycle that you are ending. These cards are in reverse. This cycle has completed in your life. Okay, that's a confirmation. This has affected every moral area of someone's life with this type of energy. If you've been upside down, in other words, it's like the universe was against you even when you were being blessed and you yourself were a blessing, okay? Because you see this rainbow here. That's what a blockage is. It's like, okay, I've done everything I can do. I'm doing everything at the godly level. I understand what's expected of me. I have morals. I know right from wrong. I know I shouldn't be in this mess. I know I shouldn't be in this cycle. I know I shouldn't be in this relationship. I know I shouldn't still be in this situation with my job. Okay, I know I shouldn't still be telling this story, having this excuse, or I shouldn't still be running. I shouldn't still be thinking this way. Things shouldn't still be this way. Things shouldn't turn out this way. Why is this happening to me again? If that's the kind of cycles and things that are running around in your head and running around in your life and coming up in your ascension journey, ascension journeys are expansion, increase. That's what's trying to happen in your life. That's the path you're on, and you're trying to get on it and stay on it firmly. Once you're on it and you're on it firmly, you want to gain traction. Once you gain traction, you get that momentum going. Spirit helps you. But it's like training wheels. And I don't know where everybody is in their journey. This is also a new channel, so let me know in the comments. If you like so far what's being talked about, the messages that are coming through, please go ahead and like the channel and hit the subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Help us grow, okay? Help us help you and help. Let's scratch each other's back, right? Okay? So ascension journeys are about expansion, soul expansion, and increase. But it's the kind of increase that comes from the universe. Twin flames also. It's the kind of manifestation and increase that is eternal. You're building up your blessings in the spiritual, in the heavenlies. And you're anchoring that down into the physical, divinely. If you're not doing that, you're not following the eternal path. So, if you're getting cards like this, something has prevented you from being on that path, getting on that path, or staying on that path. This full moon is bringing that up for you. If you're wise, you'll see it and you'll know, because it'll be somehow connected to this, the 10 Commandments. It'll be somehow connected to wisdom in general, and it's going to have to do with lack. So these could be decisions you've made in the past, decisions that have been made, choices that have made, paths you've taken before, thoughts, patterns, programming that's happened because of the path you found yourself on in the past, okay? The blockage. This is in the past position, so now the cycle is ending. The cycle has a chance to start this time without this consciousness of lack, and it is in reverse, so that is good confirmation. You have gained in wisdom with this energy. If you have not gained in wisdom by this point, you will from here on be in this increase and gain of wisdom. Look at this increase card right above this wisdom. You're actually finding the most success, wisdom, and increase through moral mindset and wisdom, and that is the godly way. That is a perfect energy to see on this type of spiritual twin flame journey. Let's keep going. I want to know more. Okay, you are protected. Your union is protected. You are protected. Accept and receive. Feminine should be in the energy. At every full moon, the feminine should always be in the energy to receive. Feminine energy, sacred feminine, divine feminine energy, being of the masculine or feminine, being of the male or female, because we each have our own feminine energy. Twin flames share source energy. And of that source energy is a sacred feminine and a sacred masculine energy. Now, one of them is more comfortable in the feminine. One of them is more comfortable in the masculine. They'll always sort of settle back into that. But when you're on the ascension journey and you're doing the mirroring and you're going through your ascension and your awakening, you flip-flop back and forth, tables turn, things get stirred up, you get kind of moved out of these positions, so you start to encompass and embody each other's energy. So the one that's not used to feminine energy will tend to tap into and try to borrow and draw from the other one. So the one that's more sensitive, empathic, feminine, and the one that's not may try to draw from the one that is. And the opposite can be true also. The one that's not comfortable in the masculine energy may tap into and try to pull upon and access the masculine, more dominant, the more take charge type of energy. So that's the basics of the masculine feminine energy. So if feminine gets in the right energy to receive, in other words, she gets in her garden, she settles in where she's most comfortable in her feminine energy. And that takes acceptance. That takes surrender, okay? You have to reach a level of surrender with each cycle, with each moon, with each ascension cycle, okay? And you have to be in this surrender when you're trying to do what's expected of you at the godly level as well. So, the best way for the feminine to do that is to get in the place to receive. Getting a lot of electrolytes, getting mineral sustenance. That's number one. From there, paying attention to your emotional body, your pain body, and your light body all together, okay? Self-love and care. And also, besides surrender, self-love, and care, being in that energy to receive, it's having an attitude of, I don't have to do everything. I can accept help. I can put my feet up and I can relax. I don't have to do everything. I don't have to be the one that helps everyone else. I can accept help sometimes too. I can take this mask off. I don't have to be tough all the time. If you've recently been dealing with high levels of stress or grief, you might have been putting on a strong mask. This full moon will force you to let down that mask. If you yourself are not wise enough to take these actions on your own and take that mask off, take care of the self, be in alignment with this moral wisdom and mindset right here, expect the universe to step in and intervene. Expect that, because you cannot stay in this cycle. This is the destiny of this cycle, is letting it go. It's gone. It's being removed. It's going away. It's all going away. All the old false programming, all the disappointment, all the useless things, everything that's coming up at this time that you have no use for. It doesn't serve you. It does not even speak to you at that moral mindset level that you are at or want to be at. It has to go. Just eliminate it. Let it go. Give it away. Give it to the angels. Give it to God. See it taken away. Let the angels come marching in, pack it all up, help you pack it up, and take it away, because we've unpacked it. We've searched through it. We've possibly done a lot of things with these energies and cycles that are not serving us, that are just still bringing lack. And everything that we're doing on this path to increase needs to not be bringing you lack. If it brings lack for any reason, or it makes you think of lack, gives you thoughts of lack, or any type of false programming, that's what needs to let go of. Any level of lack, it has to be let go of. It has to be let go of through letting go the old programming, the old programs and cycles. Now, the way to do that, besides moralistic mindset and wisdom, of course, there's actions to take. So remember, life happens when you most expect it. Shift yourself into an expected frequency. And I'm sorry, not expected, an expectant frequency. Be in an expectant spirit. Understand that God not only works in multitude, but God likes to wow us, to blow our mind. God likes to surprise us. The masculine likes to surprise the feminine, okay? So be in that expectant energy this season and through this full moon, but just reminding yourself, not only counting your blessings, but reminding yourself that we live in an infinite universe and things are possible that don't seem possible, and nothing is ever as bad as it seems. Okay? Count those blessings. Expect more to roll in. That will help get you into this mindset that you need to be in for this energy, for this increase. Because this increase is hitting you at the spiritual level, at the moral and the wisdom level. This is the kind of increase that comes at a time in your life when not only do you have more wisdom about what to do with this abundant energy and this abundance and this place you find yourself in, you're able to do more with it. You're able to see more of a lasting abundance from it. And it's part of your kingdom building. So it holds multitudes of infinite promise and potential with it. It's not just going to fall away. It's not going to show back up later as a curse instead of a blessing in your eyes, okay? It's not going to cost you more. It's not going to take you backwards. Okay, it's definitely going to propel you forward. It's definitely going to bring you expansion, abundance. That is the destiny of and fate of this cycle that we're in. As long as you can get out of the cycle. If you have not recently been able to get out of this cycle, expect this full moon to be the literal universe putting a boot up your rear, like putting a boot in your butt and saying, get it together, okay? Get it together. I literally saw a boot in the sky yesterday, and my daughter saw it too. We actually saw multiple boots. We saw Sonic the Hedgehog too, and oh my God, we loved it. My daughter was so excited and happy and relaxed after we had family movie night and saw that movie that she just, you could see how happy and relaxed she was. The only thing was she got sad today because she wanted to see that movie with some other family members and they weren't there. But we were grateful and it was beautiful. And I remembered that if I don't spend time with my daughter during these energies and these cycles, you got to spend time with the young ones and the pets and nature. If you really want to absorb, integrate, and get in the energy to receive, these are things you need to be doing. So the self-love is all part of that. The self-love, the self-care, and then tending to your loved ones and your home environment and nature. You're going to definitely be in the best energy you could possibly be in during an ascension cycle like this. You can't go wrong with that, of course. And then the universe has a way of speaking to you through nature, through children, through even animals. Okay, we got our Spirit of the Animal Oracle. We got our moose guy here. He's a woodsy creature. He's also a winter creature. He's also majestic. He's large. He's a wise creature. He leads a herd of other creatures, okay? So if you're dealing with animals at all, it might be a good time to really pay attention to large animals, okay? Animals of the ages is what I'm hearing. Animals of the ages. So we're wise sages as starseed beings, light beings, and so are our ancestors, but of the animal kingdom, which Akashika is about the animal kingdom as well. At least it is when it's ascension. It's not always about it, but when Akashika comes into play, when I'm working this Akashika energy, there are a lot of earthly reminders. And this earthly reminder about wisdom, Moses wrote the Ten Commandments, and Moses was a wise sage. Of the animal kingdom, we have wise sages, animals that are considered to be like wise sages or to represent such. So if you yourself are a shaman or a wise sage or you know one, it might be a good time to send some love to them, say hello, tap in there, hear some guidance. And this will help also get you in this expected energy. You want to expect it. Expect blessings. Expect increase. Do not expect lack. Let that go. If you're always expecting there's going to be less for you, or the job's not going to pay much, I'm not going to get much hours, things aren't going to go in my favor, I'm not going to get enough, for whatever reason you feel like there's not enough, let that go. You need to expect there to be more. Expect there to be more than what you need. God blesses us abundantly. Jesus came so there could be life and have it more abundantly. So God always gives you more than what you ask for. So look around and count those blessings. What has God been blessing you with that you didn't necessarily have to ask for, or that was more than what you asked for? Okay, those are your blessings and your treasures in life. Go ahead and list them out, meditate on them, journal them down. That's the things that I want you to do that I know will bring you the highest possible result from this energy, because you're living poetry. The results of you doing this, and the results of these energies, and the results of your energies with these energies, is going to be poetic, divinely timed, inspirational, possibly mysterious, harmonious, flattering. All the things that poetry are, the universe is right now telling you that that is what you are. You're not a being of lack. We are not beings of lack. You're living poetry. You need to remind yourself of that during this full moon cycle. Look around life and look at the symmetry of life. Get into synergy. That's what I'm asking you to do. Take that synergy challenge at this time. I do this thing called a synergy challenge. I couldn't get that many people to do it, but I was trying to get 25 people last summer. I think I ended up with 15 over the course of like 3 months that looked at it, that tried it, showed up for a couple things, and kind of did it. It was my first time doing it. It's a synergy challenge. So synergy challenge it's 1 month to 40 days to 90 days. If you need to go longer, you can. Depends. That's if you're into the coaching. But the average person can spend 30 days, 40 days if it's a really bad programming or habit, and come out of this using I am affirmations, using the synergistic living, using manifestation, free will, manifestation, Holy Spirit energy. I mean, literally just get yourself out of the spirit of lack, this programming that takes you back into lack, okay? If that is, something's been blocking you and taking you back into lack. Something's affecting the energy and the mood and what you're able to manifest. Something clearly has, and if not, then life always has that to offer everybody, whether you're on an ascension journey or not. Life has that to offer you. So when that happens, this is the perfect opportunity to get with the universe, to get with the energies, and to get in alignment and address that. Okay, just address whatever's coming up that affects you at that moral mindset level. Whatever you do, do not be stuck without your electrolytes. Do not get caught not taking care of yourself or being in a poor mindset, okay? You don't want to be in that lower energy, not during this full moon. If you find that a blockage comes up, or you are just feeling stuck, you just cannot seem to get on this path or propel yourself forward or keep your momentum, things like that, don't give up. Don't give up. Look around you. Remember, like it says right here, you're living poetry. Okay? You're going to come out smelling like roses no matter what. Nothing lasts very long, okay? Not even poor mindsets. And especially not in these energies we find ourselves in. It doesn't leave much room for a lack mindset these days on an ascension journey. It does no one any good to try to go backwards or to try to stay stuck or to be around anyone who wants to stay stuck or go backwards, okay? So being around people can affect your mood and energy. So one quick last reminder. Pay attention. You will not be in the energy to receive if you're surrounded by people that have this lack or this lack of moral mindset. And if that's what you've been dealing with, you need to break out of that and align yourself to this very poetic, beautiful, inspirational increase in energy at this time. All right. That is my message for this full moon. I hope it found you well. I hope it was helpful. Please go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments, let me know Where are you at this time on your ascension journey? Are you dealing with the purge of the ascension? I have been. I have been dealing, I had to introduce some more oils, some more pure things. I got my hands on some organic and local honey. I had to tend and take care of my skin and my eyes. I've been having problems with my eyes for like a couple years, so I had to take care of those things. I had to increase my magnesium. I had to increase my water intake. These things were affecting me. Like, they were literally slowing me down. Each and every day was affecting me. So I had to stop and address these things. I had to kind of go, okay, I'm stopping. I'm going to take care of these things. So bone and muscle health, skin health, eye health, these were things that came up in my ascension. Now, if I look at these things, plus maybe some of the other things that came up too, it's going to guide me on exactly where I need to go to do core frequency healing and work, okay? No doubt about it, no matter what's going on in my life or in my union, no matter what's going on. If my union's in separation, if we're in a reunion cycle, whatever the case, sometimes it's more of a tentative separation where you're just waiting to a better time, or till certain projects or missions are complete, or till the universe has more for you, or for purge cycles to complete. Sometimes it's just a waiting period. A lot of times at the end, on the quantum level, synergistic level, twin flames, you do reach a point where a lot of it is a lot of waiting. It is about learning to be patient, not being so triggered a little bit later on in the journey. So it just depends on where you're at. It's not about your age. It's not about your intelligence, but it's about your maturity, your spiritual maturity. So I will leave you with that. Much love. God bless you all. Bye.